welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. So first off, huge congratulations to one of my subscribers right over here. He did order a brand new Porsche 911, specifically the 992.1. So it's already incoming to his dealership. Really excited for him. Congratulations. So because of that, it kind of inspired me to do this following video. So when I first ordered my Porsche 911, specifically the Tiger 4 GTS, I was kind of flying blind. Of course, it's not my first car. I kind of know what to get, insurance and whatnot. But if I had like proper procedures on how to mentally prepare, on how to get a Porsche or any sports cars, that would be great. So in this quick video, I'm just going to go through from my experience what to expect, what to prepare, and how to kind of mentally prepare for your incoming Porsche 911, sports cars, or anything like that. So if you guys are interested, let's go for a quick run. So POV, you've already sent your salesperson your order guide. It's locked in, there's no stop sales, there's no delays, everything is good. Back then it was called the V200. That means you have your allocation locked in. If that's the case, congratulations, keep on watching. So once you have a V200 locked in, as shown over here, that was from my build back in 2022, you kind of have an estimated incoming date. So based off that, you will have to kind of mentally prepare. Are we doing cash, financing, or leasing? If you don't know, I'll leave a card right over here. So it will kind of go through my choices of which payment makes sense. Honestly, for me, I think leasing makes sense. A, because it's a good write-off for your business if you do have a business. And last but not least, if you do get into an accident, touch wood, after the lease is done, you just give the keys back and that is it. If you do cash for financing, the car follows you. If you have a huge accident but it's not a write-off, you're actually carrying that depreciation. So that's definitely something to think about. So that's point number one, how to pay. Cash, lease, or financing. So point number two, protection. So I know you're not getting your car right now, but it's just still good to kind of think about what you would need for your protections. So based on my personal experience, I got the full PPF. I got the whole thing wrapped in PPF. I'm really happy to say even after 2 years, there's no oxidations, there's no discoloration. Definitely recommend that. I did bring my car to 3 track days. I am going to my 4th one this Sunday, so if you guys are interested, definitely stay tuned. It definitely helps a lot because when you go for track days, there's going to be rock chips in the front. But because I have my PPF, yes, it's not 100% safe, but it still helps. Another thing I would highly recommend is getting the ceramic coating. A, it helps keep your car clean because the dust and rain, it just slides off, it doesn't really catch it. And B, it's just an extra layer of protection. Huge tip, I got exterior and interior, and I got my rims done too. Interior for mine, because mine's a 992.1, there is definitely to get scratched or grazed or whatnot, but I had it done just to add an extra layer of protection. And another thing is it's more shiny and it keeps it shiny that way. As for the rims, because of brake dust, it doesn't really stick as much. So when you're just spraying it, cleaning it, it really helps the brake dust get off. So for me personally, I highly recommend PPF ceramic coating. Let's not also don't forget the fact of maintenance. So from my experience, he was telling me because I only need the oil change because I only drive like 12K per year. It's basically better for me to buy each time. Of course, each driver's situation is different, but definitely talk to them before you actually buy the prepaid maintenance package. Another thing to think about is insurance. Insurance nowadays, because there's so much theft going on, it actually ranges a lot. It depends on what car you're driving, how long you've been driving for, and then also if you have any claims, any accidents, any speeding tickets, and last but not least, where you actually live. For me, my insurance it's around 250 Canadian per month. I don't drive it during winter times. I get some credit back. For me, I asked at least 3 to 4, and believe it or not, it does range a lot. The lowest one that I got is 250. The highest one went up to 500 per month, which I don't know why. Pretty weird, but definitely do your research. Another thing is if you work for any companies or any like bigger corporates, ask through them because sometimes you get like a corporate rate, which will really help. And then also let them know that what features your car has, and do let them know that you're not driving your car in the winter if you're actually not, and if you do, let them know that you would get winter tires. And then if you're parking your car, you are parking in underground parking or in a garage. That I find definitely helps, so definitely let them know. Kind of prepare and mentally think where you're gonna park your car. It's good that my car does a garage, so I know that that's where I'm gonna park it. actually prepare it. Because I actually, my garage, we didn't use it before, but because I know I'm going to park this car inside, I actually cleaned it. I actually did the epoxy floor. And I actually make sure there's an electrical socket too. Because the main thing is because if I don't drive it in the winter, I would need like a socket for me to actually put the battery tender in to actually keep this car charged up. Definitely mentally visualize how wide, how long your car is, and kind of prepare. The worst thing to do is actually when your car is here and you're scrambling and you're in a tight timeline, you have to move your stuff from the garage to the epoxy floor. It's just not a pleasant process. I would say for me, I actually prepared 1 to 2 months before just to make sure everything is good, do my research, make sure the epoxy floor is good, and just don't rush and just kind of enjoy the whole waiting process. Next up, here's what gets a bit exciting. So you've got your preparation done, everything is good to go, now you're waiting to pick up your car. So again, before you do that, make sure you figure it out, are you doing cash, finance, or lease? Make sure if you're putting down payment down, make sure your bank draft is addressed to the correct institution. As you folks know, I work at Audi. I do have a few clients that address the bank draft to me, and the amount was actually pretty significant. I had one up to like 150K. Just make sure everything is correct. And if you're going for insurance, make sure the lien holder is correct. Everything is correct. So if your local law allows, definitely let your salesperson know that you don't want your plate bracket drilled in. For me, I got the external plate bracket, as you can see up front. I think it's really nice. It's slanted, it just hangs out. You can get one that's like straight out too, like a plate. To me, I think that's way nicer. I just don't want any unnecessary holes and whatnot on my car. Of course, it looks nicer. And the other thing is, if I do trade it in the future, if it gets shipped to US and whatnot, for those places, they don't need a bracket up front. So for them to have like 2 holes, it's just kind of, it's not the best looking, right? I totally forgot about this point. It's what my salesperson actually called me. She was like, hey, Mr. Chow, we have this option. Would you like to get this done? And you can see it looks way better, and definitely if you can, get this done. So when you're going to get your car, obviously you'll be super excited. For me, it was like a dream come true. So on that day, I was just like jumping around. I was super excited, but just kind of calm down. When you're going through your car, make sure all the paperwork is done correctly. All the accessories are there, your manual, your locking nuts, your winter mats. Make sure there's no scratches on the paint, there's no swirls, headlight, taillight, nothing is cracked. There's no creases on your leather seats. There's no like weird discoloration. For your stitching, just make sure everything is smooth. There's no like weird lumps. Yes, the Porsche 911 is produced as the highest, most uphold standard, but of course, there's always some kind of issues or errors or whatnot. But just be sure to go around your car, take your time. If there is anything, hopefully not, make sure to take a picture of it, let your salesperson know, let them document it, and actually have a manager come by, sign off on it, initial it. So if there is an issue, everyone knows what's going on, everyone's in sync. When you actually sit in your car, don't rush. For mine, there's an 18-way motion to actually go through your car to actually set the seating. So just spend your time, make sure everything is good. The mirrors are good, the seats are good. It gives you the good support. When you're going through your car with your delivery specialist or your salesperson, again, make sure you feel comfortable. Make sure to have them go through everything with you: parking sensors, front axle lift, top view camera, the PDK, what kind of modes, what kind of settings. Make sure your Apple CarPlay is all synced, your phone's good to go, your Porsche app is good to go. It's better to get everything done once and perfect rather than just going back, calling them back and forth. Oh, my Apple CarPlay is not like syncing. Oh, my Porsche app's not syncing. Just make sure everything done the first time, and then when you're driving, just enjoy the moment. Next up, break-in period. I know there's a lot of like debate and whatnot, so I'm just going through my personal experience, my personal preference. Yes, online there says there's a 4,000 kilometers break-in period. You don't have to do it. If you don't do it, it won't break, it won't cause any warranty issues, but it just, for me, it just gives me more time to kind of know my car. I think for GT cars and whatnot, it's different, but I'm just going to go through what I did. So for me, I did a 4,000 kilometer break-in period. By that time, I didn't rev over the 4,000 RPM. Trust me, there's so many times I just want to do it, And another thing is more for me as well. It's very seldom for me to drive a car that's so much performance, so much horsepower. So it's actually good that you don't rev it that high, so you actually kind of know what your car's limit is. I've seen so many people, they just get so excited, they just rev up to the max. And then, yes, it's fine, but sometimes if your tire is too cold, if outside slippery or whatnot, it's just unnecessary risk, unnecessary danger. So for me, it's actually good that I took my time, slowly get to use my car, kind of test the limit step by step. And after the 4,000 kilometer, that's when I brought it for my first track day, and trust me, it was an absolute blast. So if this is your first sports car, first Porsche 911, I would highly recommend you go through this procedure. Again, it's really hard, it's really enduring, but trust me, I promise you, you'll love it. Another thing is when you're driving your normal routes, either to work or whatnot, kind of be extra cautious. If your car has a front axle lift, definitely use that. It's really good because it actually saves where you pushed it, and it will ask you, do you want to have that location saved. After the 3,000-4,000 kilometer, I don't know if it's just a mental feeling or whatnot, the exhaust actually feels a bit more pronounced and you feel a tiny bit more horsepower. Again, I don't know if it's just me. Talking to a few owners too, they do realize that. So I don't know if it's just the safe period is over. You just get a louder exhaust and you get slightly bit more horsepower, a bit more torque. Last but not least, enjoy. Enjoy your car. I know for me, it's been a long lifetime dream. It's just so nice to actually have this car on hand. Even up to now, after 2 years of owning my car, I still can't believe I actually have a Porsche 911. Whenever I park it on the street, I just walk past it, I'm like, God damn, it is one of the nicest cars I've ever seen. So thanks again for watching this quick video. Hopefully you guys like this kind of video. Hopefully you learned one or two things. Do let me know in the comments down below. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else that you would like to add? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Thanks guys for watching, guys. Peace out.